Okay. Again, we've talked Ole Miss. We get it. South Carolina with that challenge. Maybe they can pull the upset. Maybe not. Whatever. Let's talk golf, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, the Masters this weekend. I'm not sure. Do you know who is the favorite? Who's the betting favorite? Is it
Bryson.
it's DeChambeau. Okay. And which by the way, I saw video of him like warming up and stuff like that. And dude, I don't know if he's like on roids. I know he's gotten jacked, obviously, but what is he eating? Like 16 eggs a day for breakfast or something like that? Like, dude has completely changed his game. He's not bringing out the long driver this week. They already said on Golf Channel. Said that he didn't like the way he was hitting it or something. But apparently, he played a practice round, they said, with Sandy Lyles a few weeks ago. They said the lines he's taking on some of these holes is like absurd. Like, nobody's ever hit there. But overall, I guess I'll ask you, Tiger looking to defend his crown, and I think they said it's been 19 months since the Masters in April of 2019. What are you most looking forward to from this Masters tournament? Again, it's an unprecedented year, but I think honestly, it's going to be really cool because I've been there. I know you said you've never been there, right?
No, I've been there.
Oh, you have been there. Okay. Well, you've been on the grounds then. It's going to be really, really cool, I think, for people to get a look truly at Augusta National, because it's one thing to see it with the people and the grandstands and the ropes and kind of how we all know how we're accustomed to it. But getting to see truly the layout of the golf course and see like just the majesty, the hallowed grounds that is Augusta National, I think that is going to be awesome for people to get to see that.
Oh, yeah. No, just the lines you're going to be able to see for, that you would never otherwise get to see, and the backdrops that would be covered up by grandstands. I think that's going to be the coolest thing about it, is that you just get to actually see the whole course. And two, it should make it play tougher. Although I've heard some things about it being super soft right now, so they may tear it apart anyway. But where you've got all these patrons walking around, they trample the grass down for a week.
Right.
That's not going to be there anymore. So that's going to be grown up. That's going to be much harder to miss in some of those spots. So I think it adds an element to it that we've never seen before, and I think that's what makes it really cool to watch it in this weird 2020.
Do you have like a favorite Masters moment, like one that sticks out, like a tournament that you I'll tell you mine, for example. Probably for me, I was a 13-year-old kid, but I remember I'll never forget watching 04 when Phil won with my dad. That was where we were at home, obviously, but that was like awesome because I grew up. We pulled for Phil Mickelson. And I look back, it's funny because Tiger Woods, we looked at, he was like the villain. You know what I mean? It's like,
right, yeah.
Phil had never won one. And then the way it unfolded. And if you remember the 04 Masters, like the dramatics were crazy. Like guys are hitting shots left and right. And then just the way it finished out, obviously, was incredible. But Masters moment for you that sticks out for you?
So like watching Tiger win it last year and get to like run up and hug his son.
Yeah.
And then when they interspersed that, when he was hugging his dad when he won it the first time, I thought was really cool. The chip in 05.
Yeah, that was sick.
On 16.
My dad was on 16, by the way. So jealous.
When that happened?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
The Jordan Spieth meltdown at 12.
12 will get you, man. 12 will get you.
12 will get you, but that really, I think that ruined Jordan mentally.
Yeah, he has
been the same.
He has not been the same player since. He just, you can say whatever you want. He's still obviously very successful, and he's made a lot of money playing golf, and he's still a name. But I think his career took a whole different path after that. There's no question.
And I think this one was also 04. That was the one where Phil hit that roping hook out of the pine straw on 13, correct?
I think that one was 2012. That was later, because I know the shot you're talking about.
Was that later?
Yeah, that was later.
Okay.
He's hit a couple of shots on 13 that were nuts, but I think the one you're talking about was later, because that was an insane shot. It was insane.
In the Bubba pull sling out of the pine straw in the playoff.
I think that was
those are the ones.
I want to say. I think that was 10.
I think that was 24. I think you won it in 2014, 20.
Oh, was it?
I think it was 2014.
Okay, it was later. Okay.
But yeah, those are the, like, thinking through it, those are the ones that stick out to me, which I know are probably, it's a lot of recency bias there, but those are just
yeah, for sure. I mean, so it's funny. My dad, here's a funny story. My dad actually, because again, I'm from North Augusta, and my dad's from North Augusta, whatever. My dad actually used to work the Masters when he was younger. He worked on the scoreboard at 14. So he got to see, like, you know, Jack Nicklaus and, like, I mean, all the greats. Like, he was working the scoreboard on 14 and 86 when Jack won. Like, he saw some pretty, and I remember my first ever Masters I went to, and I mean, I barely remember it, obviously, but it was 1998. I think that was Jose Maria Olazabal, or maybe it was 99. The year that Jose Maria Olazabal won. So it was either 98 or 99. But, like, my dad was there when Sandy Lyles chipped in to beat Greg Norman in the playoff.
Sick.
I mean, yeah, just some awesome moments. But I'll ask you in closing here, Alex. Obviously, again, we're all fired up. We're all looking forward to the Masters. I know I'm super pumped for it. You had to pick a guy. Who's your guy you're riding this week you think's going to get it? Some good players in the field.
As a lifelong Tiger fan.
You think he goes back to back?
No, he's not going to go back to back. I would like for him to.
Right.
But if I had to put money on somebody, I hate Bryson DeChambeau so much, and I wish.
Why do you hate him? Is it just because he's the analytical guy, like he's a big nerd, or what?
No, it's not. It's not. It's just he takes it so seriously. It's just like, yeah, well, of course I had to do it this way because of the math, and I'm like, dude, just lean. I didn't really care for Phil either until, like, semi recently, because he kind of leaned into it, like where
he started. He's like, almost started making fun of himself.
Correct. And it's like Bryson,
especially when he got
seriously.
Twitter, by the way, Phil has become one of the best followers on Twitter. He's hilarious.
He's like his fireside chats with Phil are gold on Instagram.
Gold.
And so, like, he's leaned into it, and I appreciate that. And I like Bryson is, like, gone the other way. He just takes himself so seriously. He's like, I'm just gonna put on all this bulk and I'm gonna hit the ball a mile. Cool. Like, but have fun with it. Don't be what you're don't be Bryson. But I would say if I was going to put money on somebody, it'd probably be DJ or Rory. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, I think Brooks, I know Brooks hasn't been playing well. That's the only thing, but I have to think Brooks is eventually going to get him one. I like his game. But yeah, I think DJ is honestly a really good one. I think DJ's a good.
I'd like to see Brooks and Koepka. I'd like to see Brooks and Bryson get into a fist fight, which I know almost happened once, but
dude, it's so crazy. I think
that would be it.
I think this one's so tough to pick too, because we haven't, like, I mean, when's the last time you watched golf on TV? Like, I don't feel it's been, like, weird because of the year. Like, I just know, like, I haven't seen a whole lot of golf. Like, I don't even really know who's playing well or whatever. But I mean, it's gonna be weird without the crowds, obviously, but obviously it's the Masters, man. That's all you got to say. It's the Masters, and you know those guys will be fired up and everything. So